The mirror,
I thought
yeah.
that was a nice little misdirect. But it's when it's revealed that they've built their own time machine.
Yeah,
It all goes out the window.
I know.
And then it goes to the future. It becomes this really generic action sequence. Because here's the thing. The first 20 minutes is actually shot like it's the 80s.
It is.
It's shot at night. There's a lot of muted colours. I think visually it looks fantastic.
Can I just say, by the way, it has one of the things that I love the most about the first Terminator, and it does it perfectly, and it's the old guy in the dump truck that goes,
Yeah.
"What the hell?" I love that, and it's just, as you say, up until that point, I was in love with the movie.
Do you remember that triple bill, the first movie, second movie in Genesis? In the first movie, whenever that scene aired, like, what the hell? The entire cinema roared with laughter.
Yeah.
And then in Genesis, same thing.
Yeah.
Roared with laughter.
So good, yeah.
I think that, they managed to mimic a lot of the 84 stuff really well. But then once it comes into the modern day, you get this oversaturated, sickly-looking tone that a lot of movies seem to have these days, where it's borderline generic. And oh God, unforgivable.
Right, go on, come at me.
Big bridge sequence.
Yeah.
Immediately cuts to bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for
Yeah.
you? And they're getting headshots and they're taking the piss.
I know.
What?
I know.
That's in a Terminator movie.
I know, where Schwarzenegger's giving that big smile.
Right, look, no harm to you, but in Terminator 3, which is a goofy enough movie as it is, they had a scene actually shot with Arnold Schwarzenegger as a military leader.
Yeah, with
that
a
said,
big yeah.
I'm Sergeant Major William Candy. I don't like the voice. We can fix it.
Yeah.
You know, like, they cut that out of Terminator 3.
I know, yeah.
A movie where a female Terminator makes her boobs bigger in order to get out of a speeding ticket with a cop.
I know.
They cut that out.
I know.
But for some reason in Terminator Genesis, it's fine.
Yeah.
Whole mugshot thing. Yeah, it's hilarious because they
know.
got arrested.
I know, it showed so much promise. And even the other night when I was watching the first 20 minutes or so, I was like, this isn't as bad as oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you haven't been to the gym in a while.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is fine.
Isn't as bad as
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, what happened? I know.
Can't bend my arm straight.
I know. It's, the wheels come off at a serious pace, like about 25 minutes in.
Yeah, J.K. Simmons absolutely wasted.
That's right, he's in it too, running around, yeah. He gets shot all over the place.
Goddamn time-traveling robots covering up the tracks.
It's so bad. It's so bad. Have we hope for Cameron's new one? What is it? Dark Future?
Dark Fate.
Dark Fate?
That's the working title.
Yeah.
That's not the actual title for it yet. Although it'll probably be called something like Terminator 3. Oh, God. Here we go again.
Fiat Panda.
Yeah, Fiat Panda. I don't know, because everything that I've seen from this, I hope it's not the case. Everything I've seen from this seems to indicate it's another SJW feminist marketing agenda nonsense thing.
Well, I mean, the only publicity image they've released so far is three girls standing together. I don't have a problem with that, but that doesn't say Terminator movie to me.
No.
Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I just think, because do you remember when Genesis came out and when Terminator 3 came out, and I think he did it with Salvation as well, Jim Cameron's like, oh, this is really good. This is really good. It sticks to my story. It's a great movie. You're going to love this. Come out, cack. And he's doing it again now. He's like, yeah, it's really good.
I think the most egregious one was for Genesis.
Yeah.
Where he actually shot footage of himself sitting in a room going, yeah, so the room goes dark and I'm starting to see all these things that I remember. It's the natural conclusion to my first two movies. Give us your money.
Yeah, no, it's not Jim. But yeah, I don't know. Although I have some faith in it because Tim Miller is a really good director.
Yeah, he is.
I say really good. He can handle. I think he can handle this. I don't know. I know. What do you call him involved in this again? That writes everything now. That writes all the superhero movies. Can't think of his name. Don't know. Can't remember. But yeah, I don't know. I have no idea. I think it's another one of these came from a writer's room kind of movies, you know. And it's the start of a planned trilogy, which always worries me.
Yeah, but Terminator 3 was the start of a planned trilogy.
Yeah.
Salvation was part of a planned trilogy. And Genesis was part of a planned trilogy.
And then all we're left with is all these movies with unfinished ends.
Yeah.
And then another movie comes out that still doesn't tell you how that movie finished.
In all fairness, I like Salvation.
Salvation. Do you know what? I hated Salvation in the cinema. Hated it. And then I watched it about 2 years ago. And I was like, yeah, you know, this is actually alright.
I mean, it's not great.
Yeah.
By any stretch of the imagination. But For a movie made by the same guy that gave us not one but two Charlie's Angels movies.
I know, McGee.
It could have been worse.
I tell you what really impressed me, Anton Yelchin as
young Kyle
Reese.
Yeah.
Because I remember when he was cast thinking, what? But he was really good. He felt like Michael Biehn's character.
He has like the kind of proto-gravelly voice that Bean has.
Yeah. He really nailed it.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. Some of the filmmaking in it, I think, is really great.
Yeah,
like that scene where Christian Bale gets on the helicopter and it's all done. It's not clear. It's clearly like hidden edits, but it's all done in one shot.
Is this when the Terminator attacks him?
No. At the start of the movie, where he gets into the helicopter and it takes off, and it's like he gets hit by like a nuclear fallout.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like that, and it spins out of control and it lands. That's all done in what looks like one take.
Yeah.
But it's all hidden edits. I think that looks really great too. I love as well that Schwarzenegger came out when promoting Genesis saying, "No, I did not like the fourth movie because I was not in it. No, it's bad. I did not like it." Yeah, while you're promoting this garbage.
I know.
And then what was the bit? Oh God, what was the bit at the end where like he merged with the T-1000 and like he has like metal skin now.
Oh, at the end of Genesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of a sudden, he has because he cuts the door open. They're caught in like the safe room. They can't get out, and he opens it with a big metal T-1000 door. Yeah.
And did you see the little bit? There's a little bit after the credits where like it goes in through like the smashed up Skynet building, and Matt Smith's character is still alive.
Oh, okay.
Clearly setting up a sequel. It's not going to happen.
Yeah. Apparently, do you know the story behind his character?
What?
He was Matt Smith.
Like an alternate reality?
Yeah, he was supposed to be like this omnipotent AI that travelled through different dimensions and realities to try and make the machines win every time. Which was crazy.
Well, see, here's the thing. Like, when you start with a concept like the Terminator, it's fairly straightforward. Time travel isn't the story.
Yeah.
It's the means to tell the story. It's basically, Cameron had an idea of a slasher flick where the bad guy was an unstoppable killer robot. Mm-hmm. Where does the robot come from? We don't have that technology today. It comes back from the future. Why does it come back from the future? And the story kind of wrote itself. Where it is basically just an average 80s chase movie. But it has that great sci-fi twist that elevates it.
Yeah.
And that nice little love story pampered in there as well. The trouble is, the more sequels you make to this, the more convoluted the timeline gets. And the more crazier things you have to do. Because it's not a simple case of, okay, in Terminator 2, it's a little bit more complex, but yes, they sent back an advanced prototype. So it's one machine versus the other machine. The next movie, you're basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And it gets worse and worse and worse from there. I think killing off John Connor is one of the worst ideas in the long, sad history of Terminator ideas. But made it even worse, putting that in the trailer.
Yeah. But then they killed him as well in Salvation.
No, he's alive in Salvation.
Oh, yes, sorry. It was he took the Terminator's heart or something, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. They did a heart transplant in the middle of the desert during a nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah, as you do.
Yeah.
I don't know, because obviously they've got something against John Connor now.
Do you know what the original ending for Terminator 4 was?
For Salvation?
Yeah.
Right?
So, Christian Bale, who plays John Connor, gets stabbed through the chest by the Terminator.
Oh, yeah, and the Terminator became John Connor, isn't that what it was?
Yeah, so basically, they take John Connor's skin. Bear with me, this is real. They take John Connor's skin, put it onto the good guy Terminator.
Yeah.
He wakes up, eyes glow red, he executes everyone in the room, Skynet wins the end.
No way. I knew the whole... Because that's why I was thinking they killed John Connor, because I was still thinking of that end.
Yeah.
I didn't realise the Terminator was meant to have killed them all.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
No, see, here's what I loved about the early days of Blu-ray. They really went nuts with the special features. So there's like a picture-in-picture almost mode where you watch the movie with McGee.
Right, okay.
And it's him like clearly on a green screen stage. There's the movie playing there. There's all the behind the scenes, like, storyboards and
right, okay.
and different concept arts and stuff this side. So he pauses the movie on this side and goes, right, so the original idea was the Terminator wakes up, eyes glow red, bang, takes out Kate Brewster, bang, takes out Kyle Reese, bang, takes out all the characters that you watched, the Moonblood Goods character, takes out everyone in the room, its eyes glow red, camera tracks in, extreme close-up on the eyes as it grins, the resistance is lost, Skynet wins, boom, the end.
I kind of like that. I don't know about the skin swapping bit, but I kind of like the definitive ending.
It's mental.
It is mental. It kind of reminds me of the original end for Rogue One.
Oh, what was the original?
The original end for Rogue One was that the majority of them survived and got off the planet.
Yeah.
And they were on like an escape ship. And they were all like, oh my god, we were so close, we almost died. And then Vader's lightsaber ignited and he massacred them all on the ship.
I would have wanted that.
I thought that sounded... But apparently it was deemed too dark.
Ugh. They're all sensitive.
But you know...
And that's coming from you.
Do you know, interestingly, Rebels... Did you watch Star Wars Rebels?
I kind of fell off the wagon with it about halfway through.
The last season was pretentious nonsense.
Okay.
But I think the problem was that the original end, and I think this is why Dave Filoni has been taking a back seat very much with Star Wars recently, is that Rogue One was his end for Rebels.
Oh.
The team from Rogue One were the Rebels.
Yeah.
And I think Disney kind of went, nah, we like that. We're going to make that a movie. You can do it if you want with your characters.
Great.
My understanding is that that's what happened, but that the team in Rogue One was originally the cast from Rebels. That was how Rebels was going to end, that they were the ones who were going to get the blueprints.
And at best, all we get now is a little blinking and miss a cameo of the Ghost during the final attack.
Yeah,
and that's it.
I know.
Great. That was totally worth 5 years of my life.
Hi, it's Johnny C. McGinley from Stand Against Evil. You are following the nerds.
John C. McGinley.
Gotta love that man.
Gotta love that man. Please bring back Stand Against Evil. Word has this been cancelled?
Right?
Yeah. Did you watch season 3?
I haven't got around to it
I
yet.
gotta be honest with you, I really didn't. Season 3 didn't work.
You were saying?
Didn't work for me at all. And even my wife, because the two of us are big fans of it, like, and we sort of, you're like, nah, we'll have to watch it, It really, really was a chore to get through. So we're just talking off air there about Glass. Managed to finally get to see it. Really, really liked it. Don't get all the hate online. I know it's another one of those divisive movies. Okay. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. Took the franchise in a totally different sort of... I didn't expect how it ended at all.
So you're saying it subverted your expectations while still satisfying you?
Yeah.
Take note, Ryan Johnson.
Take note, Ryan Johnson. Yeah, it's a typical M. Night Shyamalan movie. Please give M. Night Shyamalan a big franchise movie. I would really love him to do Star Wars or Marvel or DC or something.
Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I know. I know.
That didn't work out so good.
Never forget.
It didn't. Although, no, it didn't. I was going to try. I was going to try and defend it, and while I watched it, I was like, nah, because I'm a really big fan of the series.
Yeah.
And the movie, I could see he was trying hard. God love him.
Oh God, if Anthony was here right now, he'd be throwing chairs.
Oh right. Because he loves the TV series and he hates the movie.
Series,
yeah. It was just too ambitious. It was too big of an idea.
It's kind of like that Dragon Ball movie that came out a couple of years back there.
Yeah.
Say a couple of years back, I think it was 2007. That just basically killed it.
Aye. Yeah, because they're actually bringing out a new Avatar: The Last Airbender TV series. I believe Netflix are doing it.
Fair enough.
But live action.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, I'm kind of in the... What's the point? Because we already have the series. Why just reimagine it in live action, you know?
Because they've got to have money.
They've got to have the money. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not down about that. Speaking about TV shows, YouTube's new TV series, Weird City. Have you been seeing the trailers for this?
No.
Right, it dropped. I think it only dropped today because I went on YouTube this morning and it's part of YouTube Prime or whatever you call it. Or,
yeah.
But the first couple episodes are online to watch.
All right.
Do you know? And the idea behind it is that in the near future, there's this unnamed city, and they've literally built a wall through the city, and on one side of the wall are the haves, and on the other side are the have-nots.
Oh, okay.
It's actually produced by Jordan Peele. And the first episode has Dylan O'Brien and Ed O'Neill in it. You know Dylan O'Brien from the Maze Runner movies.
Yeah,
he was the voice of Bumblebee in Bumblebee.
That's right. Yeah.
And then Ed O'Neill from Married with Children, and the first episode is such a sweet. It's a wonderful bit of TV. I have to be honest with you. Second episode isn't great, but the first episode is wonderful. If you have 25 minutes, watch the first episode. Because it's actually, I couldn't believe it's how sweet and such a good, well-written bit of TV it was. But yes, so that dropped today. Okay, right, news. We were talking about Stephen King earlier on. This is massive news. Amazon appears to be moving ahead with the Dark Tower TV series.
Yeah.
Which will not be related to the movie.
Thankfully.
Yes. And have you read the books?
Yes.
You have. It's going to start with the young Roland, so it's going to be Wizard and Glass.
Ah.
Which I think is quite smart because it's going to separate the reason I've waited for like a couple of years was to separate it from the horrible movie. And
did you see they made action figures from that?
I know, I bought them. Never mind. I bought them because I'm a massive fan of the Dark Tower.